Hey, what's up everybody? This is Epic Ezra Studios, the YouTube channel. You've seen this before. You've seen me start off like this and say it's about to be consistent, but it's different this time because we actually have our own studio now. And yeah, it's just a new time period in my life. I'm 18, I'm about to turn 29, and find out if I don't make anything happen by the time I'm 30, I explode. So, some of you know what I'm talking about. But to intro this channel, I'm working on a theme song. Logic just put out a beat tape, one of my favorite artists. So I'm going to go ahead and intro this with a little something that I wrote. And yeah, so we're just going to play it real quick. Bow. Let's see what we got. Yeah. Y'all hear it? Hey.
As you see,
Welcome everybody. I ain't really wanna do it, but I gotta get into it. Don't you see I'm going through it? Welcome, this my channel. Live like a beast and I rap like an animal. Reflect like a mirror, give you vision with the light. I ain't never gonna force it, but you know I love Christ, right? Epic Ezra Studio, turning all my dreams to reality. And you know, Epic Ezra Studio, turning all my dreams to reality. And you know, we about to make $1 billion, then we gonna get $1 trillion. Yo, first we gotta get $1 million. Yo, then everybody feeling, hey, yeah. Then everybody's feeling, yo, Epic Ezra Studio, turning all my dreams to reality. And you know, Epic Ezra Studio, turning all my dreams to reality. And you know, I got a lot of fear, but that's when success comes. When the fear's this near, then you jump out like a hurdle and everybody yelling clear. Bow. We out now. You don't know what I'm talking about now. Now I'm just hitting the freestyle because I already wrote all this down. Wow, this is what I do. I don't really need to focus. People looking at me think I got the magic hocus pocus. That was my mama's favorite movie when I was a kid around the time of Halloween. My mom's a black queen. I'm out here. Okay, yo, so I just did that. Welcome guys. What is this channel going to be about? Everything that I do, it is going to be about that. It's going to be consistent. It's going to be split into segments. And so bodybuilding, first competition is October 17th. Anything physical with Beast Body Fitness. As you can see, we got the shirt on right now. We got the red with the green, because green is my favorite color, and green just pops, tells me energy, energy. Secret of You, Ninja Turtles. So there's that, and then we're also going to talk about just a lot of self-help stuff. So I'm all about helping yourself. In order to get better, you have to do that. Definitely believe God is there. Definitely believe prayer works. But like God gave you a will. He gave you willpower, and that's how He works through you. I feel like a lot of times I'm just gonna put it out there. Like He's like, yo, I gave you an arm, another arm, and 2 legs and a brain. You better use them things to make things happen. So we'll be talking about therapy. I'll have guests on. We'll be doing reviews of my music that I make, so you guys can see my journey of that as well, and just other businesses that I start, because I will be starting businesses, and you watching these videos will be a part of that. Then I'll be starting a Patreon. I'll be talking about no fat. We're over a month on that. So, yeah, we're just going to be killing it. We're just going to be talking about life. But I just want to give you guys an intro and welcome you guys to the channel. Now, I'm also going to be honest, guys. I'm nervous. This is why I'm nervous. Okay, let me tell you why I'm nervous. Let me tell you why I'm nervous. I'm nervous because I fear what is not there yet. I fear the comments from my friends who are going to say things like, yo, why didn't you do it this way? Why don't you do it this way? Why don't you take my path that I haven't even taken yet? Why don't you do what I would do if I was you, but I'm not you? I fear that, for some reason, whenever that has happened in the past, it's usually when I stop making my YouTube channels. They would say something like, yo, man, like, why are you talking about these things? Like, you should, or I'll have thoughts that come in my head, say you should be more Christian, and not cuss. And things of that sort, and I probably won't cuss. Other people might, but that's because it's really, I'll be honest, because of money. Let's be honest. You can get a lot more speaking engagements in the future if you are considered a clean act. And you're only a clean act if you don't cuss. So there's no like, me not cussing is actually not a moral thing. Not at all. Not really at all. You know, because in real life, I be cussing. But with my music, it's more so that I want kids to listen to it because I talk about things that can be inspirational. And I want to be that person who can slide into that category and give youth wisdom, you know, and I don't want to take myself out just because I felt like I had to say a cuss word. Sometimes I might, but you know, for the majority of the time, at this time being my opinion is I won't be cussing on my channel personally because of that. And I like being honest that I'm being honest, I'm not cussing because of money. So let's move on from that. Let's see, what else do I want to talk about? I was talking about books that I'm reading right now. There's a book called The Big Leap, and I got the information about The Big Leap from watching The Love Hour with Kev on Stage and Mrs. Kev on Stage, or Miss Kev on Stage on Instagram. And it's basically about taking the big leap to the next level in your life, but also realizing why you don't stay there. And one of the things it talks about is the fact that people have to learn that it's okay to feel good. Now, let's talk about feeling good. Now, they talk about how a lot of times, I'm only going to talk about this one day because this video is going to be over. I'm going to edit and I'm going to put it out. I'm going to put it out. When people make it to the next level in life or something good happens, they feel good. But when they're feeling good and they've accomplished something happens in their head which brings them down to a lower level. Okay? And that's because their body is not used to feeling good. It's talking about how their body, their brain, their personality is like, yo, like you don't deserve to feel this good because they're believing that they're guilty for feeling good, they're not allowed to. There are so many lies from the past that are keeping them at this lower level. But the main thing, one of the main ideas is that you need to let yourself feel happy about your situation. If you become happy about your situation, feel happy, embrace it. Embrace the fact that you're happy. And sit in that for as long as possible. And basically you want to practice and also just like consciously meditate as you go throughout your day on your happy thoughts more, and your happy feelings more than your negative feelings. Now you don't ignore your negative feelings. This guy is like, he has like a PhD, he went to Stanford, so he's not one of those people who just started writing a book. Like he's done a lot of research. So there's that. But he's right, and this is why he's right. So, your body becomes addicted to everything it does. Your brain is basically an electrical circuit, and every action that you do, continuously it builds patterns, okay? So, if you wake up every day and you're masturbating, you have that pattern built in your brain. You're going to do that every single day until you consciously decide to stop, and you do everything in your power to make sure there's not even an option. That's with drinking, that's with like smoking, that's with any type of drug, that's even with relationships. If you're stuck in a relationship, you know you shouldn't be there, but you've been in there for 10 years, you have to be conscious about breaking that. But your brain's already in the habit of just going with the flow, going with the motions, until something happens that snaps you out of it. Okay, you have to have something to break, like shock you, and be like, whoa, give you that moment to like wake up and shock those neural circuits, essentially. Not literally, that's not what happens, but something to interrupt that process momentarily, and then you have to make a decision in that. So, since our body operates in patterns, and it becomes addicted to things, your body becomes addicted to a certain level of happiness and a certain level of stress. I was talking to my friend, and I was basically telling them that our body, think about professional athletes. Professional athletes usually, they say you should go into a sales job after you've done this because you're used to high levels of stress. Exactly. Their bodies are always at this high level of stress. So when they leave that job, if there's someone who stays in shape and decides to keep working out, they usually have high levels of energy. People usually say they're too much. I know that. And they usually take a job where they need to express themselves a lot and get out there and talk to people and be out there in the field somewhere, okay? Because their body is set at that point. They would have to unlearn over the years that their body doesn't have to be at that point. That can be through just being lazy, or that can be through meditation, or just like the environment around them does not feed their stress, does not feed the fact that they need more energy. It feeds the fact that they need to be more relaxed, And let's also talk about this. I talk about stress and I talk about energy instantaneously, and they're essentially the same thing. Stress, having energy, and fear, and being excited, all function in your body the same way. Like, think about it. Literally, okay? Your heart rate speeds up. Your breathing becomes fast and shallow. When you're excited or you're stressed, it becomes that. The only thing that changes is your mental state. You see, when you're excited and you're stressed, or when you're excited, your body goes through those same physical things, but you take action, okay? So therefore you're using that energy. Now when you're stressed and your body's at that point, you're frustrated because you don't know what to do. So you have all this energy, but you don't know where to put it. And then that usually causes people to have things like panic attacks. Like, oh no, they're done. They're done. Because they had so much stress, so much energy, they couldn't contain the energy. Excitement is energy that is used, and then stress is energy that is not, it's like, it's too much to handle. Then fear is energy that you have, and then it causes you to run from something that you perceive is going to be there, okay? So, energy. And our body, our mind, just interprets it differently based upon our experiences. So what you have to learn to do when you're going through this process of enjoying feeling good, because even feeling good, it's like you're excited about your life, you have this energy, or maybe you're even just like a relaxed excitement. Appreciate that and just lean into that feeling. And then also you talked about when you do not feel that way, and say you do feel angry, because that's also energy, or you feel frustrated, once again, or stressed. Find a way to deal with and get to the core of what you're feeling and why you're feeling, and resolve that in the best way possible when time's appropriate. But why you can't in that moment, say that person's not around, say you need to have a conversation with someone, then use that energy to build and to create something that can benefit your life. Make the conscious choice to use that energy to your best, to your benefit. Use that energy to your benefit, okay? And it's best to use that energy to be creative. And you can be very creative by signing up for Skillshare. Now, this podcast isn't sponsored by Skillshare yet. That'd be a great transition. Now, if you sign up for Skillshare for $15 a month, you can take hundreds of classes, okay, online. Skillshare is great. It is wonderful. And I definitely think that you should sign up for Skillshare. So, that's all for now, guys. If you have an idea of what I should call this when I read a book and I gain wisdom, comment below. Let me know what I should call this, and then I could call it that. I might call it the Epic Cast with the Q, EPIQCAST, Epic Cast. I might call it Epic Ezra Show. I might call it the Ezra Effect. I like that a lot, the Ezra Effect. Because it's just me talking, so it's the effect that it has on me. And I've had that idea before. And alliteration is phenomenal. Sounds great to the ears. I might call it My Head Looks Like a Microphone, because it does. My head looks like a microphone. You can see, my head looks like a microphone. It does. my face was just a thing you would grab, it would look like a microphone. I could call it, my body looks disproportionate on this camera. I feel like my head looks itsy bitsy spider-like, and my arms, at least like the way the camera was earlier, you guys didn't see it. It was just, I was like, what are you doing? I'm proportionate though. I'm proportionate.
Howdy.
You know? I think I am. Whatever. We'll see on October 17th. I'm also going to be putting my stand-up comedy acts on here. So when I go do stand-up downtown, which I also do, I'll record it and then I'll put it on here. And then when I do my first professional stand-up hour, I will put that on here. So you're probably thinking like, this dude does a lot. And it's like, because I'm a very creative person, it's very natural, and it's not something I'm trying to do. And I feel like that's something I really want people who know me to realize. Like, I've never I've never tried to be like, I need to do this because I want you to like me. It's like, no, I've never created for people to like me. I was creative because I needed to speak as a child, and I had no one to talk to. I first did stand-up comedy because, honestly, my friend Lucretia said I should do it. I was like, cool, I tried. But when I got on stage, I just enjoy talking and no one interrupting me and people wanting to think I'd be funny. So then there's like a 10% chance that they would laugh more in that setting than they would with me in a normal conversation. Plus, when you're on stage, you can move around. And a lot of times when I tell stories, I want to go nuts, but I can't, because I'm not on the stage. And when you're on the stage, you have a microphone, people let you, and it's okay. It's okay to go crazy when you're on stage. I love it. I absolutely love it. So, that's all. Peace out. You're watching the Ezra Effect. Bow!